Hello students, in this video we are going to discuss about the gaseous state by performing an activity, that is activity 1.11. Have you ever observed a balloon seller who is filling a large number of balloons from a single cylinder of gas? Enquire from him how many number of balloons he able to fill from one cylinder, and ask him which gas does he have in that cylinder. So if you have noticed the cylinder of gas which is used for filling the gas in balloons. So that actually when you ask him, just when you go and inquire that which type of gas is filled in that. Usually helium gas is found in these cylinders which is used to fill in the balloons. So, if you buy a balloon from a vendor, it's probably filled with helium. Helium is a gas like air. In fact, the air has some helium in it. And why it is used for filling in the balloons, why this gas is suitable? Because helium is lighter than the air. So, that's why these gas are filled in the balloons because it is being lighter in their air, so it will move up and up. So the balloon seller which is using the cylinder of a gas, even he could able to make balloons, he could able to fill the balloons. Large number of balloons can be filled by using the gas which is present in this small cylinder. So that is what the gases we have to discuss. So in this video we are going to discuss about the gases state, its property. So let us do an activity, that is activity 1.11. Now here let us read out the activity here. Take 300 ml syringes and close their nozzle by rubber corks. So remove the piston from all the syringes, leaving one syringe untouched. Fill water in the second and a piece of chalk in the third. So what actually by reading this, what we got here, we need certain things for doing such activity. These are, we need 3 syringes, we need a rubber cork, water, and even some pieces of chalk. So now we'll be performing this activity. So we will be taking the 3 syringes as it is shown in this figure, and first we will remove this piston. This is called as the piston area. First of all, remove this piston, and a rubber cork should be inserted in this tip region, so that whatever matter is there, whatever content is there in the syringe, it will not move out. So first you have to make the use of rubber cork to just close this end region, and the piston is removed. Now the piston is removed from this. One of the syringe should be left as untouched. That means nothing should be filled in it. But in the second we have to fill water, and in the third syringes we have to fill the chalk powder. Now what we can see here, now you have to keep the piston after filling the content here. Here water, in the second we have filled water, in the third case we have put some chalk powder, and because in the first case, because we have kept that untouched, so definitely air will be there in that. Okay, so here now what will happen, now we have to after inserting the piston back into the syringe, now we have to apply we have to compress the content by pressing the piston. So just press the piston in all these cases. That means put the piston in that is insert the piston in that, and now try to compress it. And how we compress it? By just pushing this piston inward. So in this direction we have to push this one. So what we can see, what will be our observation, that here in this case, because it has having air, that means gas, in this water is there which is a liquid, and here it is a chalk powder, that is a solid. So when we try to compress the content by pushing the piston in each syringe, we could find that we could able to compress the gas, because it is possible to move the piston because it is having air in that the gas is present, and we could able to compress the gas, but it is little bit difficult with water, and even it is more difficult in the case of chalk powder. So what is our conclusion here? That is, gases are compressible, because in the first syringe it is having gas which could able to compress it, but the solids and liquids are incompressible. So that is a conclusion we can come up with this activity. So what we can say that if the question is asked here, what do you observe? In which case was the piston easily pushed in? So what we can say that the syringe that is left untouched, that means which having the gas, can be pushed very easily. And what is this shows? It shows that there was air in the syringe which was left untouched, which is actually the gas, and the gas is compressible. So we could able to compress the gas by pushing the piston in this syringe, that is in the first syringe. So what is our conclusion here? That gas is easily compressible, while water, that is actually liquid, and the solid, that is actually chalk we have taken here, cannot be compressed, that is incompressible. For example, some of the fuels like LPG, that is a liquefied petroleum gas cylinder that we get in our home for the cooking. Another example is compressed natural gas, that is called as CNG, is used as a fuel these days in the vehicles. So due to its high compressibility, we can say that the large volume of gases can be compressed into smaller cylinder, and it can be transported easily. So because of the nature of the gas that it can be compressed, so we can say that the large volume of gas can be compressed and it can be filled into small cylinder. As you can see here, the cylinders are small and a large volume of gases can be compressed and it is filled in the cylinder. So it's very easy for the transportation. So from the activity 1.11, it is clear that the gases can be compressed, but the liquids and solids are not easily compressed. So that is actually depends upon the force of interaction here, because in the case of solids, the particles are tightly packed, because there is a greater force of attraction between them, and in compared to the solid, liquid have in the liquid particles are at a little bit at the distance, and the here particles are quite at the distance. That means there is a weak force of attraction here. That means when we compare from solid to the gas, we can say that the force of attraction decreases. That means highest force of attraction between the particle is in the solid and lowest in the case of gases. So the space between, when you compare the space here, because we know that when the particles are greater force of attractions are there between the particles, so particles are quite closer. So when the particles are quite closer, the space between the particle is less. So when we compare the solid with the gas, in the solid, the space between the particle is less. But in the case of gases, the space between the particle is more. That means what we can say that the space between the particle increases. That means from here to here, the space between the particle is increases. So when we talk about the gaseous state, because the particles of gases move randomly, because they have weak force of attraction, so they can move randomly. So when they move randomly, so definitely what happen, they hit each other, particles hit each other, and also the wall of the container. So this is actually we can call as a gas exert pressure. Now why the gas exert pressure? Because the particles are free to move. So they move in such a way that they hit each other and also they hit the walls of the container. So we can say that the gases are exerting pressure. So this is one of the property of gases, that gases exert pressure. And that is what the example we can see in the case of pressure cooker. Now here in this activity and in some previous activity, we come up with certain points related to the gaseous state. Like first point, gases have no definite shape, because you know that the gases will take the shape of the container. It does not have its own shape. Definitely does not have a definite volume also. Here the particles of gases have weak attraction. That is why there is a large space between the particles in the gaseous state, and they diffuses more easily because they are free to flow. There is a weak attraction between the particles. That's why they diffuses more easily, and they are compressible in nature, and even it exert pressure. So these are the points related to the gaseous state. These are the characteristic features of gaseous state. So this is all about this video. Have a nice day.